How's it going, guys? Brandon here. So, after about a month of asking for questions, I've decided to make my Q&A video now. I have a list of comments that you guys gave me on the previous YouTube video. 69 comments. Nice. And I'll try and get through as many as I can, and a lot of you asked a lot of questions at once, so let's start here with Joseph Corcoran. I hope I got that right. Would you ever check out performance complications, reviews, and voice comparisons by Lucamus Prime one time in the upcoming or not? I haven't heard of Lucamus Prime, but I'll look into it. Would you ever react to the Toy Story TV channel videos by Lord of Disasters 1 and TVC 98 soon? Maybe. I'm not really familiar with any of those channels, but hey, if anybody has some channels they want me to check out, I'll be sure to check them out and give them my thoughts on them. Nico Safer 1 gave me 15 questions. I'll try and get through some of them. Have you ever thought of doing your own 2D traditional animation short? I've never really been big into animating. I have done some voice work for some animation projects here and there. Some haven't been released yet, but hopefully they'll come to fruition very soon. Are you aware that Julia Vickerman is still on Instagram and Twitter? Yeah, if you don't know who Julia Vickerman is, she was the writer for the failed Powerpuff Girls reboot, and she also had another cartoon called 12 Forever. And it turns out she was grooming younger boys and got found out about it. So, yeah, not a good person. I'm surprised she's still on Instagram and Twitter, but I don't think she's going to get involved in animation anytime soon. Unless someone proves me wrong, I don't know. Are you aware on what Misanthropony did on Cartoon She? Yeah, if you don't know who Misanthropony is, he's a reviewer, but he's also a very big anti-SJW, and he makes a lot of rants, and he does some reviews here and there, but he's a very toxic individual, I've come to know. He got into a fight with a reviewer called Cartoon She because he liked The Last Jedi. Yeah. Years and years and years ago, my friend Eli, who you may know as the Cartoon Hero, he made a video of the top 10 cartoons he doesn't like that anyone else likes, and not everyone, but this group of commentators gave him shit about it, because, your opinion sucks. And now, we have people who are giving people shit for liking stuff. It's ridiculous. I mean, okay, I understand maybe there's some opinions that are wrong, but hating somebody for liking something? And this guy also hates people for liking Steven Universe. He calls them Nazis. It's ridiculous. That's why I try to stay as far away from some of these reviewers as possible. Like, I mentioned Lily Orchard. This guy really reminds me of Lily Orchard, and that's not a good thing. All I'm going to say now. Hopefully he gets his life together, because according to Lyle Convoy, he has autism and he doesn't know things right, so hopefully he gets the help he needs and he stops harassing people over petty stuff. What is your dream car? A really big truck. What is your dream job? Becoming a voice actor and getting to act alongside some of my favorite voice actors like Rob Paulson and Tara Strong and a few other people. It'd be a cool experience. I was actually going to be in a voice acting project with Greg Sipes, but unfortunately it didn't go through. But you know what? You try and find as many opportunities as you can. Sometimes they don't happen, but sometimes they do. You never know. Have you watched any of the Barbie movies? No. Although I am aware of the one scene that had Harvey Weinstein in it. What do you think of the quartering, Geeks and Gamers, Clownfish TV, etc.? If you want the living embodiment of becoming the very thing you hate, you gotta look at the anti-SJW community, like the quartering, Clownfish, Geeks, Gamers, Ethan Van Shire, and all these other nudniks. Like, don't get me wrong. Anita Sarkeesian was a grifter. She made a bunch of really stupid lies and comments about video game makers, trying to get them fired and stuff. And she profited off of it. That's exactly what these guys are doing. They're doing the same exact thing. They're crying about, ooh, all this wokeness in media, having gay people in cartoons is woke, having a black person play a white person is woke, and all this other racist nonsense. And it's like, dude, you guys are in your 40s. You're acting like a bunch of children. Grow up and quit whining about things that you don't agree with. And honestly, maybe they don't agree. It isn't all legit. Maybe they're just doing it to profit off it. All this outrage culture stuff. Like, the quartering, the guy is just a complete lol cow. I mean, way back, he keeps talking about Gamergate and stuff. He got when Gamergate was in fruition, he was in the Magic the Gathering community, and he got kicked out of the Magic the Gathering community because he sexually harassed a cosplayer. And he actually thinks that people are going to respect him because of all the nonsense he says, making 85 videos bitching about Brie Larson and all this other nonsense. Dude, and he is a lol cow. Like, there's one video where he was playing Fall Guy, and he gets so drunk that he pisses in his basement. Not in the bathroom, on the floor of his basement. Idiot. Thoughts on AVGN? I still like AVGN. I don't like the Screenwave Media guys he's with. I think they're... But I still think he's making good videos, and you can tell he doesn't quite have as much passion as he used to. But I did like the Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas video he made. I thought that was really good. The Ninja one, I forget the name of it, but that one was also really good. So, hey, he's been doing this for 15 years. He's still providing some decent videos, and all the power to him. And it's like people try to discredit James with all this stuff he's doing. Like, oh, he has his own band now. We must hate on him. He's making a podcast. We must hate on him. It's like, why? He wants to do all these different projects and you're just giving him shit for it? Nonsense. But yeah, James is still a good guy, and I still enjoy his videos. If you've had a chance to watch it, what are your thoughts on the 25th season of South Park? Haven't watched it yet. I haven't been the biggest South Park fan, but I did enjoy the episode where, was it COVID? But I remember they parodied January 6th in it and some other things. I like the... what the heck was it? When they had, were they SJWs or cancel culture thing? That was the couple seasons ago. I thought that was pretty funny. So, what is your favorite film about people making movies? I enjoy Ed Wood. I really think Johnny Depp is a really great actor. He has a lot of different characters he does. This whole thing with Amber Heard is just a mess, and I hope he pulls through with it. I'm sure he will, because Amber Heard just looks like a mess herself. But, yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. With the recent passing of Gilbert Gottfried, are there movies, TV roles of his that you think of fondly? It's actually funny. There is one role, it's pretty infamous, from Are You Afraid of the Dark? The episode is called The Tale of Station 106.2, I believe, or 106.1. And he plays Roy, who's this dead radio host who guides dead people into this door that leads to heaven and stuff, or hell, depending on how well you lived your life. And I actually met Gilbert Gottfried at Chiller Expo a few years ago, and I mentioned his role and how he was really funny in it, and how Ryan Gosling was also in the episode. Yeah, Ryan Gosling, Are You Afraid of the Dark, had an interesting cast of actors who would go on to become famous before he became the sexiest actor in Hollywood. Yeah, I really liked him in that role. I think that was the first, no, because I saw Aladdin first, but that was just his voice. But yeah, it's a shame. He was a really funny guy. People, and again, going back to AVGN, people gave him shit for having Gilbert Gottfried fake his way through the Fred Fucks role in that video, and it's like, all I have to say to those guys is, you fool! Yeah, but I liked him in that video, and it's a shame. He was really funny. R.I.P. Gilbert. Were there any movies that you saw last year during COVID? Oh, shit. I don't remember. It's been a long time. Oh, yeah, Space Jam 2. I saw Space Jam 2 with my friend Grace. That was in 2021 during that spell where the mask mandate stopped and then it started again. But yeah, I think that was the only movie that I saw during the pandemic. But based on your astrology sign, would you survive a horror movie? I'm a Capricorn, so yes. If you had a superpower, what would it be? Flight, so I can get to areas a lot faster. Super strength is overrated. I mean, I work a job where I lift a lot of heavy things. Yeah, it's fine. I don't need super strength to get me through work. Have you been doing okay during the pandemic? I did get COVID back in February of 2021. It was a minor case. I got it. Dad got it. My mom got it bad, but thankfully they took her to the hospital and she got better. They gave her the antidote or antibiotic. I forget what it was, but she's still with us, and that's good. Do you plan to review Cool Cat Kids Superhero and or Cool Cat Fights COVID-19? No, because Cool Cat's Kids Superhero is basically Cool Cat with some additional scenes. It's basically the same damn movie. Cool Cat Fights COVID-19, I've seen Media Hunter and Bob Show's reviews of it. Hell no, I'm not reviewing that thing. I don't even want to give Derek Savage any more acknowledgement is the word. What are your thoughts on Scott the Woz? I haven't seen a whole lot of Scott's videos, but I hear he's getting his own TV show, and good for him. And some of the videos I have watched, I thought he's a solid reviewer. He does some good reviews, and I wish him good luck with his show. What are your thoughts on the 2 live-action Sonic movies? The first one was kind of mediocre. I mean, thank God they fixed Sonic's face because it was pretty horrible in those trailers. You know, as everyone makes fun of Mario to Plumber and say I'm a classic Sonic fan, they had a point. Sonic's design in that movie, in that trailer, was horrific, and I'm glad they fixed it. The first one was pretty mediocre. It was just a simple road trip. Sonic 2 is a huge step up. I mean, my God. Half the time it felt like I was actually... It feels like a video game. There's the snow level, there's an underwater level, there's a temple level, there's the part with the giant robot that you fight. It's just fantastic. It's one of the best video game movies I've ever seen. And I'm glad I saw it. And I'm actually looking forward to Sonic 3. I wonder if Sonic 3 will have the Barrel of Doom. That'll be... Shadow won't be Sonic's rival, it'll be that barrel in the Carnival Zone. You know, it took me years to figure out that you had to press up and down on the D-pad to make the barrel go up and down. And as soon as I figured that out, I just beelined right to the end of the game. But my God, what a cursed level that was. Do you think you could do a review of the 1993 Sonic Mario Bros. Movie in preparation for the upcoming Super Chris Pratt Bros? I've seen a lot of people review the 1993 movie. It's not really good, but I don't know. I had fun when I watched it. I think the problem is I've seen a lot of my other fellow reviewers do a review of it, and I don't know what else to add to it. It's bad, but I still have enjoyment in watching it. I think Bob Hoskins does a fun role. Dennis Hopper, love the actor, but I don't know what he was doing as Bowser. It was just weird. Hi, HK. In all your years of watching Robot Combat, what was your dream matchup? This one might be a bit obvious, but Razor versus Hypnodisc was my dream matchup, and sadly we never got to see that match. Apparently they were supposed to have a popularity match or a dream match where they have the 2 robots fight and it's decided by the audience. But I guess they decided not to have it because they didn't want to risk damaging the robots, which, it sucks, but what are you going to do? Is there anyone on this site that you have criticized before that you believe now to have changed their ways? Actually, quite a few of them. RJ Bansma, you may remember him as the really disgruntled Thomas fan. He's grown up. He's got a job now. He seems to have gotten his life back together. Philip DeFranco, I really did not like the guy. I thought he was a clickbaiting nudnik, but he's fixed his content. He's now focusing on news reports throughout YouTube and such, so I'm glad his videos have gotten a lot better. I mean, the editing still needs work, but I think he does a good job now. Who else? iJustine is now a spokesperson for Apple products, and is there anyone else I can think of? I don't know. Irate Gamer, maybe? I think, because Irate Gamer recently made a new review, and apparently AVGN was in it. So we finally got that crossover everybody wanted. And in the video, apparently he was talking about how he wanted to make angry video game reviewing popular again, because ever since Channel Awesome collapsed, it's like the concept has just kind of faded away. But I don't know. I'll check it out and see what I think of it. Was it worth it? 20 years waiting for the crossover? Who knows? What do you consider as your personal favorite review you've made in the recent years? Well, if you're talking about recent reviews, I really liked the Tom and Jerry meets Willy Wonka review that I did with Huey Toonmore, because that movie is just, it's ridiculous. It's basically a self-insert parody, kind of like the stuff you'd see in like Pooh's Adventures of this or that, and it's really stupid. But I had a lot of fun tearing it apart. Huey had a lot of fun tearing it apart. The scene where Tuffy reenacts the tunnel scene is just... I'm still cracking up about it to this very day. Especially when you hear friggin' Phil and Lil from the Rugrats saying hell in a kid's movie. It is just... the movie is so bad, it's hilarious. But I'm glad I got to do that review. Golden Knight. Have you heard of these YouTubers named Mr. Beast, That Creepy Reading, and Blame It on Jorge? Thoughts on them? Mr. Beast I've heard of. I have not seen a single review, or not review. He's a Let's Player, right? Doesn't he do Minecraft videos or something? Didn't they say he cheated at Minecraft or something? I don't know how you cheat at Minecraft, but whatever. That Creepy Reading. I heard he did his own YouTube failure list as well. I thought it did a really good job on it. Some have actually suggested that I do a crossover with That Creepy Reading guy. Nah, he doesn't know who I am. I'm a nobody. If you were to make another smegged up YouTube failures list, who would you put on the list? Well, you'll have to wait and find out, because wouldn't that be spoiling the list? Spam message. Hey, Hardcore Kid, how's your day? I have 5 questions to ask you. How's your day? I'm doing fine, thank you. Would you review the twisted tales of Fritz the Cat, Felix the Cat, and House? Yeah, I might get around to it. What is the best movie you ever reviewed? Oh my goodness gracious. I liked Akira. I liked Rock and Roll. That was a really fun movie. It's like just the fact that it's a movie based around using rock and roll to save the day is just really good. Have you planned for more upcoming reviews in the near future? Funny you should mention that, because I just finished up editing a new review that I did because I was bored. And I'm just waiting on the title card, and once that's done, I'll have it uploaded very soon. So I'm sure hope you guys will enjoy it. Just gotta ask you, what is your favorite all-time hardcore director Mel Brooks movie? Least favorite? And are you planning to review one in the near future? Not really. I liked Blazing Saddles. I really think that's pretty good. You did Young Frankenstein too, right? Yeah, you did Young Frankenstein. I like that one too. In fact, I was actually in the play version of Young Frankenstein a couple years ago before the pandemic. I played Ziggy. The Village Idiot. SMRT. And that was a lot of fun to do. But least favorite? I don't think I have a least favorite. Yeah. No, I'm not planning to review any Mel Brooks movies, but it's worth. Yeah, thanks for the question. Do you have a Netflix account? If so, what's your favorite show or movie on Netflix so far? Oh yeah, I've really become a huge fan of Cobra Kai. Like, I wasn't the big... I've only seen the original Karate Kid. I haven't seen the sequels or not, but Cobra Kai really wants me to go back and see the sequels because they do a really good job of putting all the characters together, like Silver and all the other people, and the kids are they have some they're decent actors. Little interesting fact: did you know the kid who plays Hawk was actually in Marvin Marvin? Yeah. Imagine that. He was in Marvin Marvin playing Fred Figglehorn's best friend, and now he's playing one of the most badass kids on Netflix. I think that's a real career turnaround. But Cobra Kai, Stranger Things I really like. I'm looking forward to the latest season. I saw the Cuphead show. Thought that was pretty cute. I hope we get that follow-up season, or technically season 1.2, because Netflix has been doing some cleaning. They've been canceling all these animation projects because some nutnik at Netflix said that in order for animation to be good on Netflix, they should watch The Boss Baby. And I'm like, of all the cartoons, The Boss Baby? Yeah, right. Ridiculous. Which pony do you prefer? Trixie Lula Moon or Twilight Sparkle? Twilight Sparkle is best pony. Don't at me. Will you review anything related to Tiny Toon Adventures and or Animaniacs? I might do a review of Wacko's Wish when Christmas time comes around, because I thought that was pretty good. It does get dark at some points, and I mean really dark, but I think it's fun. Tiny Toon Adventures, how I spent my vacation. I remember watching Nickelodeon. They would air it in parts, scattered all across it. Some parts I liked, although some parts I didn't like how Plucky and Ham? It was a fixed name. Damn it. They were going to Happy Go Land, and all they do is ride the monorail and go home. It's like if you play Roller Coaster Tycoon and the guy goes on one ride and then goes home like an ass. Just, yeah. But, yeah, I might check out, but like I said, I'll check out Wacko's Wish when we get to it. Robot Wars questions. All right. What's your thought on Nickelodeon Robot Wars series? Which episode of Robot Wars is worse? The New Blood episode of Extreme Series 2 or the Extreme Warrior Series 2 episode 8? Little fun fact. The first batch of episodes of the UK series I watched was in fact the New Blood tournament. And looking back on it, it's not a very good tournament. A lot of the bots don't actually work, but you know, there were some entertaining moments here and there. I especially liked Mr. Psycho absolutely throttling the hell out of bots. Because that was the first time I saw Mr. Psycho, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the heck is this thing? It's bigger than Kill-A-Lot. And Season 2, Episode 8, that episode had Bunny Attack, Paul Bunyan, Tyrannobot, Xylon, bunch of bots that really didn't work, and it was mostly just boring. But if to decide, I'd say Series 2, Episode 8 of Extreme Warriors is worse. What are your thoughts on Nickelodeon Robot Wars? Again, it hasn't aged very well. I mean, there's 24 matches. A lot of the robots, again, didn't really work. I think there was only 3 or 4 good matches out of all of them. 2 of them involved Rosie the Riveter, and 2 of them Rosie lost. But they had some decent matches. I thought the US Championship sucked. The US versus UK episode was good, except when the UK won, and I get very salty when the UK beats us Americans. Damn you, Mortis! But I like the Annihilator. I like the Mayhem competition that they had, even though I was a little disappointed with the final Mayhem because Revolutionists just stopped working. And but I thought the Annihilator was very good. Or not very good, but at least decent with whatever you could get out of it, because a lot of it was just pushy bots. Speaking of the Nickelodeon Annihilator, I have a little something to show you guys. This right here is the Nickelodeon Robot Wars Annihilator belt. See, this was originally won by Hannibal, Will Tapman, on the Nickelodeon series. Because if you didn't know, in the US series, whenever you won an Annihilator, they'd give out a belt rather than a trophy. Drillzilla got a belt, Cyclone got a belt, and Hannibal got a belt. And this was the one that Hannibal won. And they held on to it for 20 years, and then they bid for it on eBay. Or they sold it on eBay, and I was the nudnik who bid on it, and I won. So, yeah, I got this beast right here. And pretty cool belt, actually. It's got little circuit boards. It's got this little magnet here with a gear. The gear broke, but I flex glued it. Yeah, this is pretty cool belt, actually. Some have suggested that I do a challenge belt type event, like if I go to events and challenge, and some robots can challenge me for the belt. I don't know. Maybe if I get sick of looking at it, maybe I'll offer it up for a challenge belt type event, but for now I'm going to hang on to this. It's, yeah, but pretty amazing. It's all because I'm a diehard Robot Wars fan, and the first episode of Robot Wars that I did watch was the Annihilator with Drillzilla, and I always loved the Annihilators, and it's really cool to own a piece of Robot Wars history, and so I'm going to hang on to it for the time being. But if there are any challengers who want to challenge me for it, I don't know, challenge me to a wrestling match or something. Yeah, put that right there. There. Pretty cool belt. What do you think? Hey, it's Murphy Dan. What do you think of Nickelodeon's current status quo for new shows like the Smurfs 2021 cartoon, the CG Rugrats revival, and the Patrick Star Show? Honestly, at this point, Nickelodeon needs all the help it can get. I mean, the only shows that are carrying it now are SpongeBob and The Loud House. I like The Loud House. SpongeBob is SpongeBob. It's the longest reigning cartoon on there. I think it has overstayed its welcome a bit, especially since it keeps winning Best Cartoon at the Kids' Choice Awards. You couldn't even nominate Amphibia or The Owl House? Rigged. But, it's good that they're trying to introduce new stuff, like It's Pony. I haven't watched the I only saw one episode of the Rugrats CG show, and honestly, the one complaint I have is that I don't like the adults' voices. Yeah, the show about talking babies, and the big complaint is I don't like the voice cast of the adults, but it's understandable since sadly a lot of the voice actors have retired or passed away, including Christine Cavanaugh, who is the voice of Chucky. But I think it's Nancy Cartwright who does it now, right? I think she does a good job doing a voice. Definitely does all right. Smurfs I don't watch, although some people say it's all right. Oh God, the Fairly Odd Parents. Like, if there's one thing that the channel definitely needs to fix up, it's the Nick-coms, because, like, there were a few Nick-coms I liked back then, like My Brother and Me, Keenan and Kel, Drake and Josh. My God, the Nick-coms they have are so bad. And that Fairly Odd Parents Nick-com they have is the dirt worst. Like, it's the worst thing Fairly Odd Parents related media they've ever done. It is just awful. Do you have a favorite SpongeBob internet meme from any episode or movie? It's not really a meme, but it's a moment. It's from Band Geeks, where Sandy beats the shit out of Patrick, and the fight goes outside the door, and then Patrick comes in and says, "Whoever is the owner of the white sedan, you left your lights on." That's like my favorite joke from the show. Just the delivery of it is just great. I have some questions. Have you ever heard of Go Animate Yvonne? I have. It looks awful. What are some RPGs that you like? I don't. Why do you not like the quartering? Just asking. Simple. He's a grifter. He makes up a bunch of clickbaity titles. He badmouths a lot of actors and stuff. Calls everything woke. He's basically the right-wing equivalent of Anita Sarkeesian. And he keeps saying, oh, I'm a centralist. Dude, not once have I seen you defend anything left-leaning or even center-leaning. You're totally right. You defend Nazis. You defended Hitler when someone made fun of Hitler and all this other nonsense. His video editor was in the January 6th insurrection. Like, how could anyone support you and your clique at this point? What is your favorite movie ever? Live action or animation, doesn't matter. Damn. I like the Toy Story. I think the Toy Story movies are my favorite movies ever, except 4, because 4 I just found unnecessary. I like 3. 2 I used to really like, but I think when you compare it to 1 and 3, it's kind of the lesser kind. But it's still a solid trilogy. And I say trilogy because I really did not care about the 4th one. Hi, have you ever done Metabots before? I'm talking about the original series, not the new reboot sequel series. Oh, I can't believe somebody actually remembers Metabots. I remember watching it on ABC Family years and years ago. It's basically Pokemon, but with talking robots that fight each other. It's how do I describe it? I can't even remember the names of the bots. Metabee, I think, is the name of the head bot, and I actually really liked it. I especially liked the parts where, what was it? Where he goes into super mode and says, be ready to kiss your bot goodbye, and then just goes boom. Yeah, I haven't seen that show in so long, if you haven't noticed already, but it's definitely worth checking out. Thoughts on Nick, Disney, and CN losing viewers and cable in general? Well, when you consider they keep playing the same trash and are not really doing a good job adding variety to their channels, I mean, I've been having trouble watching the new Owl House episodes because they aired at like 9 in the morning, and I sleep in. And you'd think they'd offer a bit more like repeats again at night, but no, that we need more Big City Greens episodes. And don't get me wrong, Big City Greens is a good comfort show, but we need more variety. I just got done watching the Amphibia part. It's not, is it? Can we call it the finale if there's one episode left? The part 1 finale, all in. God damn, that was a good episode. Well, like, we need more shows like Amphibia and Owl House around here. It's really good stuff. Yeah. So I say, like, Nickelodeon and CN needs a bit more variety. CN has been offering a bit more variety, I think, but they've been doing Craig of the Creek, and they've been showing some Gumball episodes, although Gumball is... The show ended, but apparently the movie is coming soon, so hopefully it does. Otherwise, because I don't want it ending on a cliffhanger like it did.